Right. Again here we are discussing about the another gate question that is asked in 2016. So it is also related with your strength of material, that is shear force and Venn diagram related question. So here your question it is a simply supported beam having reactions at point 1 and point 2. So at one end you are having a hinge support or fixed support, another end you are having a roller support. And let us consider in the problem itself it is given that P value equal to 1 and L value is equal to 1. In the problem itself it is mentioned, and you are supposed to calculate at a distance of 1.5 what is the bending moment value from your left end. That is your question, right? At a distance of 1.5 meters from your left end, what is the bending moment? That is you supposed to calculate, right? Right. So as usual, same process. First draw the free body diagram of your this simply supported beam. So this is a simply supported beam free body diagram. Reactions R1 and R2, and you are having one P value in upward direction, another P value in downward direction, and L value is equal to 1. Right. Now same procedure. First calculate upward force equal to downward forces, then clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. But here in this case it is somewhat a different problem what we discussed in your earlier classes. That means in all of your classes we already discussed the problems related with in a downward direction problem. That means almost all the forces are acting on the downward direction, but in this case one force is acting on the upward direction. The p value will be acting on the upward direction, but there is no confusion whether it may be upward direction or downward direction. Simply you have to bother about the. So in this case, like your previous problems, we already discussed that only in downward direction forces we are having only downward direction forces, but in this case we are having an upward direction. Whether it is a downward direction or upward direction, it doesn't matter. Only you have to concentrate on whether it is a positive direction or negative direction, whether it is a clockwise moment or anti-clockwise. Only these things are to be concentrated. Remaining things are we didn't bother anything. Right. Now simply as usual, calculate the what is the upward force equal to downward forces and clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. Here by looking at the figure, because it is a gate exam, so that you have to be very fast. Right. So it is an upward force and downward force. Upward force are R1 plus R2. Upward force and downward forces. Upward force equal to downward forces and clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. So upward force, what is upward forces? R1 here, R1 and R2. In addition to that, you are having P value for P forces, right? The quantity of P value is 1, no problem, right? But here R1 value and R2 value both are upward forces. In addition to that, you are having P force. P is also acting on the upward direction. Now what is the downward forces? There is only one downward force, that is P. Only downward forces, only one downward force that is acting on your beam is P, only P. So by calculating of these values R1 plus R2 plus P equal to P, so those P values will be get cancelled, and you are having R1 plus R2 equal to 0. That is equation 1. Now as usual, clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. What is the clockwise moment here? Clockwise moment means R1 into total distance with respect to R2. Right? Clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. So here R1. So R1 here. So R1 clockwise moment. R1 into. So clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. In order to get the reaction force value R1 and R2. Why do we get reaction force values? Means here the question is asked here at what, that means at a distance of 1.5 L times, that means L means length, 1.5 meters of length. So what is the maximum bending moment at on that particular location? What is the maximum bending moment you are having, right? So that reaction force are necessary, calculation of reaction force are necessary. So that clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment, that is R1 into 3L. 3L means 3 into L. That means L in L plus L. So 3L. Clockwise moment equal to anti-clockwise moment. Anti-clockwise moment means here you are having P into L, and 2 times of LP is also clockwise moment. So by calculating of those two equations, you will get R1 equal to minus P by 3 and R2 equal to P by 3. So same procedure, it's very easy. But thing is you have to be understand, and that means understanding means simply on what direction your forces are acting, and on which point you are taking the moment of forces. Only these 2 points are important. then whatever the type of beam it is, you can easily solve. You can easily solve, right? Right. Next, now here the question is, here you supposed to calculate the moment of force with respect to point A, right? Moment of force, you are required to calculate the moment of force at point A means here at a distance of 1.5 meters, 1.5 times of the L. So on that particular location, what is the moment of value you are required to calculate? Now look at a point 1.5 times of the L, because here L plus L, that is 2L, but you require only 1.5. So assuming that the distance is 1.5 before 2L, right? Now on that particular location, you are having two types of forces. One is reaction force R1, and second one is P force. Now calculating the moment of force with respect to on that particular location. On that particular location, I am assuming that point A. I am taking that point A at a point of 1.5 into L. Okay, right, fine. Now take the forces, same moment of force into perpendicular distance, R1 into 1.5 L. Next, clockwise, P is also a clockwise moment. So P into 0.5 L, here not 1 L, because here total distance is 2L and we are considering up to 1.5. So that it is exactly at the center, so that you are having only 0.5. So R1 into 1.5 L plus P into 0.5 L. Now calculating of all those values, will get 0, right? You will get 0 value. Now the question is, in a gate examination, right, by only practicing only you will know the answers, otherwise we cannot solve the problems like your conventional problems, because conventional problems are always you try to solve, draw the what we call free body diagram, draw the reaction forces, shear force diagram, bend moment diagram. All these things are, it is a very difficult task in the gate, because you are having a very limited of time. So on the particular time, you are very cautious while you are solving the problem, and the weightage of the problem also very important, right? It is a somewhat tricky question, so you have to be understand while you are solving the problem, right? And sometimes in the examination they may ask for time consuming problems also. If any those type of questions are appear in your examination, you please try to skip those problems, right? You may try to solve the problems at the end of the examination. Meanwhile, on those particular time, you can be able to solve more than 2 or 3 questions by spending more amount of the time on one problem. It is very easy for you, or it is a good idea to solve more number of problems within the stipulated time. So my advice is, if you find difficulty any problems regarding a shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, suppose some of the problems may not get the answer, right, by drawing only shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, if those cases are occur, simply skip those problems. That is my sincere advice, right? Right, thank you. In the next class, we try to solve remaining problems also based on your shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, especially those asked in gate examination, right? Thank you.